Hello and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And let's find out what's on the hook. Well, lots on the hook today. I want to wish you a happy Monday, and I also want to wish you a happy Flag Day. Yesterday was Flag Day in the United States. That is June 14th every year, no matter what day of the week it is. It's always celebrated on the 14th, and this is where people put their flags out to commemorate the old Stars and Stripes, also called Old Glory. Those are names for our wonderful American flag. And yesterday was Flag Day, so I wish you a happy Flag Day. I hope that you all know from school what the 50 stars and the 13 stripes mean, and if you don't know, I'll tell you. The 50 stars are for our 50 states. Some people say there are 52, but there are only 50 states, including Hawaii and Alaska. The 13 stripes, half are red, half are white, of course, those represent the 13 colonies, which declared their independence from Great Britain. And so that's what our flag represents. And I'm very proud of our flag. And I appreciate all the military who've served and have given their lives, some of them, to continue to keep our freedoms for us. So happy Flag Day to everybody. And I want to invite you to go down in the description box and click on the link. And the link is an article, and I think there's a video on there too as well, but it's an article that talks about the 13 folds in the flag. And if you've ever been to a military funeral, you will know that the family receives a flag that is folded into a triangle, and it's very beautifully done, very strictly done. The article below talks about what each fold means, and I just thought that was so interesting. I read that yesterday. Someone sent it to me, and I thought I would invite you to read that article down in the description box. It's just a link. You click on it, and it takes you to an explanation of the 13 folds that the military used to fold this flag, or fold a flag, into a triangle for the family of the deceased military service person. So I just want to invite you to do that. Now, today I have several things to talk about. I'll put my little flag over here. What I'm wearing. Let's just start there. What I'm wearing. I'm wearing the bamboo pop top, and it was kind of cool today, so I decided to wear it over a short sleeve shirt, and I'm just wearing this like a pullover vest. Yeah, I've noticed, very casual. My shirt's even hanging out the bottom, but I thought it was kind of cute. It's red, and of course my light, like I explained last time, my light is shining through the sweater. It's not quite this crazy white underneath when I'm just walking around the house, but I wanted to wear this because it was red. I'm wearing a white blouse under it, and I'm wearing some navy earrings. Now, my mother would have called this a garb. It's got a garb because it's all kind of crazy colors, but it's red, white, and blue day. I even have a bracelet that's red. It's red, white, and blue. Celebration of Flag Day one day late for our channel On the Hook Crochet. So I just wanted to commemorate the day with my colors and a choice of tops. Now, I never wrote the pattern for the bamboo top because there's a pattern very similar to it on my Etsy shop, and that would be, again, the America tank. And Crystal asked if she could wear this today because it's a celebration of Flag Day here on the Hook Crochet, one day late, and she wanted to hold the flag. And I'll pull her back here, and I have a flag up here. She does not have arms. I hate to say, and I regret to say, she doesn't have any arms. So she asked if I would put the flag on top of her body, and so I did. And she's wearing the America tank, and this tank is very similar to this one. In fact, very, very similar. The only difference here is that I have 4 rows of single crochet around the sleeve, and Crystal is wearing America tank, which has just 2 rows. So you just add 2 more rows. And this is made from bamboo pop. This is made from cotton fair. This has a little bit of a wider neck trim. I think there are 4 rows of single crochet done with a smaller hook, and that pulls in the neckline a little bit, but it's still right about the same width out as the America tank. The The sweater I had on the other day, which was the purple top, I had that on in my last video, and it had a much smaller neck. It actually came up a little higher and it curved up a little closer to my neck. So however you want to shape that, that's totally up to you. Crystal has 4 rows of single crochet at the bottom of her sweater, and I actually crocheted lace into the bottom. I'll put the white blouse behind that so you can see it. It's probably 3 rows of double crochet, skip a stitch, chain 1 lace, very easy to do, and that's what is around the bottom of the bamboo pop top that I'm wearing. So those are some of the differences, and I think they're both done, yes, in double crochet, probably the same hook size, at least a J. This is done with a J as well, so you can't really wear this without anything under it as far as a tank top goes, but you could certainly, as I said again, on Friday you can make it smaller by pulling the stitches together, making them out of maybe a half double crochet or even a single crochet. Somebody has told me they made one of my sweaters out of that, and they just slip it on. You don't have to wear a tank top under it. So that's one way to approach that problem. So I just wanted to show you Crystal, and thank you, Crystal, for displaying the American flag on the day after Flag Day. Next up is a whip that I've been working on all weekend. I have only worked on 2 different things, and I'll talk about the second thing in a few minutes. But this is the KN colored Beautiful You yarn by Lion Brand that I've been using to make a top, a summer top, and the back is now finished. Here's the back. Just hold it up here where you can see it. And if you'll notice at the top, I have crocheted the sleeves right into it. Now these are short sleeves, and they're going to be fairly wide. I made this in about a 7-inch half measurement, and if you know what I mean, 7 inches from the shoulder to the underarm. So when I hold this up to myself and I put the underarm right here, there, then I have about a 7-inch measurement of crocheted fabric right here. So when I make well, this is actually the back, but I always hold it up to my front just because it's easier that way. I can see what I'm doing. But when I hold this up to myself, I can see that I have enough sleeves so that when I make another fabric piece, which will be the front, and it will have the neck shaping like that, I will crochet the sleeves in the same way, and then when I sew them together, they'll be the same, and they'll be right about the same length as this short sleeve t-shirt that I'm wearing today. So that will be finished hopefully this week. I only have one more piece to make because I'm already making the sleeves into it, so then I'll have to do a little neckline trim, and of course I'll have to sew the shoulders and the side seams, and then I'll have the sweater finished, and that'll be one of my 2 crochet whips. The other whip is the black bamboo pop, which is very similar to this. So I think the sleeves are a little bit longer, maybe a 3/4 sleeve. So I'm working on it as well, but I wanted to really make some progress on this, which I did. I finished the entire back piece with the sleeves in it. So I am well on my way to finishing that project. Now I will tell you that that style of sweater with the sleeves crocheted into it, I have 3 patterns on my Etsy shop that are like that. I probably will not write a pattern for this particular top because it's just done in half double crochet with Beautiful You yarn, and I will describe to you when I finish it what I did to it that might be different from one of these patterns. The woodland tweed pattern, the stonewash pattern, and the fall into autumn pattern. Those are the 3 patterns that are made with the sleeves in the actual garment. So you don't have to sew sleeves on, you don't have to crochet sleeves on. The sleeves are already crocheted onto the front and back fabric. Again, those were the stonewash, the woodland tweed, and the fall into autumn sweaters. And those are short sleeve sweaters that are crocheted with the sleeve right into the fabric. You can crochet a sweater out of bamboo pop, like I'm doing the black sweater that is a 3/4 sleeve. You can make one like woodland tweed. You can crochet a sweater like the stonewash in a size 4 cotton. Now that's what I crocheted that with. So there are all kinds of ways that you can do that, but when you do crochet the sleeves into the front and back fabric, I think it makes the sweater go faster. I don't know. To me, it's much easier to do it that way. Not every sweater looks good that way, but those three are my favorite patterns, and they're the ones that I used that particular design element to crochet the sleeve into the actual fabric. But I will not be writing a pattern for the Beautiful You. It's just a different yarn that you can use, and I really, really love it. The basic pattern is one of those three. Now on to my work in progress with embroidery. I really love this box. I showed this to you last week. I am working out of this box. I've got lots of things in here, but I want to show you the progress that I've made on my Bluebird pattern. And this is a pattern I showed last week, and it's just line embroidery. It's very easy to do. I put in a lot of work on this weekend, and I want to show you what I've done. I'm almost finished. I will be finished probably this week or this weekend, but I wanted to show you what I've done on this particular piece of embroidery. I've done all the flower work along here and the stem work. I've done the French knots here. I have crocheted the Bluebirds. I still have those two little lines to do there. And then I finished the birdhouse, and I did all of the stem work above the birdhouse. Now I did the words. I actually embroidered the words joy, peace, love, and hope along there, and I still have to satin stitch the hearts that are in between and do the border around it, do some lavender flowers. So I still have some work to do on it, but I actually I got pretty far on this week. I'm really proud of that, and I'm going to try to frame it myself. I'm going to get a sticky board, they call it, and stretch it over that, and then find a frame to go around it, and I can put it on my wall. And when you go to have something framed, framing is very expensive. When I did my Le Jardin garden sampler, I took it to be framed, and it was very, very expensive. And I just really wanted to have it framed, but I probably will not do that for too many more because it's just too expensive to do. But they are beautiful when they're framed. I can't say they're not. They are very beautifully done, and I don't have a problem with that. It's just that I don't want to frame every piece that I embroider. So I just wanted to show you the progress on my embroidery. Now for a special video from Jo, who talks about her medallions here and a brand new bag. Here she is.
Good morning, it's Jo with Jo for Totes, and today I'm going to talk about a bag that I'm sending to Joyce in California. I have a lot of customers in California. In fact, I ship all over the world. I'm going to be shipping to England later on, and I've shipped to Australia and to South Africa. So there are several places that some people won't ship to, but hey, if the shipping is going to be paid for by the customer, then I'm all for making bags to go all over the world. It's kind of fun to think that that's what's happening. Before I show you this bag that goes to Joyce, I want to talk a little bit about medallions. And you know that Jeannie has mentioned before that it's kind of my trademark, and it is because it incorporates the two things I love to do, embroidery and beading. So when I was on vacation a couple of weeks ago, my husband would not let me take my sewing machine. Go figure. But what Jeannie suggested, and what I'd already kind of thought about doing, is taking something small that I could work on that would speed up my bag making process a little bit more. I did take some crochet, and I worked on that quite a bit, and finished a bag that turned out huge. It's supposed to be a basket, but it's just like a huge bag. It's huge. I mean, it's huge. Maybe I'll show you that someday. But anyway, about these medallions. So I took these with me, and before I left, I took pictures of the fabrics for the bag, and I selected the felt that I wanted to make the medallions from, and then I cut out the circles, and I took them with me. So this is what I took with me, the two circles that make up the medallion, and then the pictures of the fabric, so that when I sat down with my embroidery floss on vacation, I could kind of figure which colors to use with embroidery floss, and then I plan to do my beading when I got back home because the beads that I take are a little heavy and cumbersome. In fact, I didn't finish all the medallions that I took. I've got this many left over, and this represents all the rest of the summer bags that I have to make. So these are the ones that I did finish, and I'll just show you some of them real quick. Now when I make these medallions, I have to do some stitching to attach both rings, both circles, and then I sew the beads on. And sometimes it's easy to figure out which colors I want to use. This is like a medallion, or excuse me, a bullion stitch that's made with variegating floss. And this has a little lazy daisy stitch on it. And then here's another one with the bullion stitches on it. And then some hearts on this one. Isn't that cute? And then this one is going on a bag that's about sunflowers. And then this one is going on a bag that's red, white, and blue. So then I come home and I sew the beads on. Now each bead is sewn on twice because you want them to be real firm. In the middle are real stable, real attached. In the middle, many times I will put a little crystal or a rhinestone, and then I bead. That's the first one that I put on, and then I work my beads around that. So it's very fun to do. I love to do it in the evening after I've sewn all day long or worked in the yard. It's just something really relaxing, like is for you when you sit down in the evening to crochet. I do beading and embroidery, and I do crochet sometimes too. So let me go ahead and show you this bag. So Joyce told me that she wanted dragonflies and she loved blue and purple. So I found this beautiful fabric. It's just gorgeous. And it's got blue dragonflies and some yellow in it and definitely some purple in it with flowers. And this is the front of the bag. And this is her medallion, which I thought turned out very pretty. It's got a different kind of bead in the middle. It's a crystal bead. But I can't find those anymore, but I do still have some of them. So I want to show you so this is the pocket and this is the inside. Now I want to show you this because it's a different fabric. This is linen. And then I have to brag for just a minute about my oldest granddaughter. She's 21 and she'll be a senior this fall, and she's majoring in interior design or interior architecture. I'm not sure. I think she's got a minor in interior design and her major is interior architecture. So it's where they go in and they have an empty building and they figure how to make the walls and the walkways and all that kind of stuff. But she loves it. I have to brag again, she's the top of her class. She's amazing. She's just a brainiac and she just blows us all away. Anyway, she's coming over this morning with her younger sister to help me organize all of my sewing fabrics, and I have another rack like that over there. And she's going to point out what we do. Then she's going to go to work. She's doing an internship this summer. And then her younger sister, Rebecca, is going to stay here and we're going to do the work. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, so back to the bag. So this handle is made out of the same fabric as the pocket. And I used a stitch on it that's kind of like a quilting stitch, I guess. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but I've been wanting to use that stitch for a long time, and it just didn't go with what I was thinking for what I was making. So, but I used it on this bag, and I really, really like it. It turned out really nice. On the inside, Joyce told me she didn't want a lot of busy fabric to coordinate. Although she did approve this fabric, I showed it to her ahead of time, and she said that would be fine. She doesn't know about this inside pocket, though. I'm sure that'll be fine. But it just has all the colors. It was just gorgeous. So anyway, on the inside pocket, it's solid. So that's a purplish lavender color that goes with the outside of the bag. And then on her stitch mark, on her medallion, I'll get this right in a minute, on her pull tab for her zipper, I put a charm that's got blues and purples, and it's got a little lamb on it. So that's what she got. And then, of course, it has the stitch markers on this side with the blue, and then the blue for the binding. So it turned out just lovely, and I can't wait to get it in the mail to her and for her to see it. And so that'll be sent off this afternoon. So that's all for today, but I will talk to you again very soon. I hope you have a great day. Bye.
Last on my list today is a giveaway. Not a big giveaway, but it is a giveaway, and I want to show you this. This is the new August 2020 issue of Crochet World. Love it, love it, love it. There are some really nice patterns in here, and if you're into bags, there is I like this one too. I looked at some of the instructions. They look pretty easy to do. It's almost like a tweed crochet bag. There's also a poncho and a shawl in here as well, and a couple of hats. So this is a pretty good magazine. It's kind of in between season. I know they did a summer release, and it had lots of pretty summer things in here. They look like they're getting into fall right here with the beautiful colors. And this is a mosaic kind of a crochet blanket, so it tells you in here how to do several things in the mosaic style. And it's just a way of crocheting different colors into your project, but you change your colors on the end, but the way they're incorporated into the row below makes it a mosaic crochet. So you might enjoy that. But I'm going to give this away this week on Friday. In order to be in the running for this, you just put a comment down below, and in the comment write the word blanket, B-L-A-N-K-E-T, B-L-A-N-K-E-T. That's the word blanket. Now put the word blanket in your comment down below, and you will be in the list to choose from on Friday when I send this away to somebody who would love to have it. But this is a great magazine. I think you're really going to like it, and wanted to use that for my giveaway this week. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you had a great Flag Day yesterday, and join me next time to find out what's on the hook.